Hello everyone, I'm Harvey and welcome to a new video on my YouTube channel. As you can see, I finished 4th overall and 1st in England in the 2021 season in FPL, and I would like to share some tips and tricks to help you along your FPL journey. Let's dive straight into it. So looking back at my game week 14 points, I got 66, which was 8 above the average of 58. I had an auto sub come on for Gabriel, who was unfortunately injured against United. And it's typical that Timber and Saliba, the other alternatives really to Gabriel as an Arsenal defender, they both scored and got bonus points. So yeah, that wasn't the greatest event, but it did mean that Robinson came on for me, who got an assist towards the latter stages of the game against Brighton, and he came away with one bonus as well. So it's not all doom and gloom. He came on for a 6-pointer, so it could have been worse. I've seen some teams have an auto sub of Mikalenko, who got 11 points, which is quite jammy, but yeah, that's why you have a bench like that. In terms of what went well, obviously Salah got 2 goals and an assist. I mean, he's absolutely ridiculous at the moment. Just look at those last 4 games, and even before that, the points he's racking up is just silly at this stage. And the fixtures coming up only projects that he's going to continue that form as well. So yeah, he's likely going to be my captaincy choice for this week coming. I've just been killed for the past 2 weeks where I haven't captained him, and he's just come away with a double-digit haul. Obviously, Palmer was my captain, and he came away with a lucky goal, really. So in some ways, we're quite lucky that he came away with a return, but he did have 2.15 expected goal involvements, which I think was the highest in the game week. So maybe we're a bit unlucky, but at the same time a little bit lucky for him to get that goal, because Nkunku was just sort of squirmed it towards goal, and then Palmer just tapped it in, even though it was heading into the goal. So yeah, a little bit lucky to come away with a return there. So yeah, I'm not going to complain too much about the captaincy choice. Obviously I prefer it to be on Salah, but that's hindsight. Rodgers came away with a goal and one bonus as well, so I wasn't expecting that against Brentford. So yeah, I'm happy about that, and he did have his assist taken away from him, which rightly so in the FPL rules, that he got for, I believe it was Watkins' goal. Actually no, it was the second goal that he didn't score. I can't remember who scored it, but yeah, he got his assist taken away, and yeah, came away with an 8-pointer, so I'm not going to complain about that. Obviously Arsenal clean sheet, which is good for my keeper Raya. He's just ticking along nicely now. Yes, he's getting 2 points and 6 points on alternate weeks, but yeah, it's just they're the best defence in the league, and you're going to get lots of clean sheets from them, especially with the fixture run coming up. So yeah, he's an easy hold for me, and he's going to be in my goal likely for the rest of the season, because all the other keeper choices are either not performing well defensively, or they're injured at the moment, like Alisson, and well, Edison isn't injured, but he's just unfavoured under Pep at the moment. Obviously, João Pedro got an assist against Fulham away. A nice little return there, even though it cancelled out my Robertson clean sheet. But yeah, it's nice to know that he's ticking along as well, and to finally get a return from him despite benching him against that Bournemouth away fixture, which we won't speak about. But yeah, obviously the Wolves trio didn't do too well for me, but I'm not going to panic. Obviously the fixture run coming up for the next 3 or so are really good fixtures, so yeah, definitely going to hold them for those. And it was a shock result really, Everton away 4-0, but yeah, beggars can't be choosers, so I'm going to hold on to them for the foreseeable future. Obviously MBEUMO is really disappointing at the moment, and everyone's panic selling him. Yeah, MBEUMO is a difficult one at the moment because the 4 fixtures coming up aren't that bad from an attacking point of view. Obviously ignoring the Arsenal at home, City at home and Liverpool at home that follow that, but yeah, if he wasn't stinking it up from an attacking perspective at the moment, then they wouldn't be too bad for the fixtures. But he's registered 1 shot in his last 5 games, and the opponents that he's faced aren't that great, as you can see. So yeah, it's just not good enough really from an FPL perspective. So he might be leading the team this week. Obviously I benched him, so I only got 2 points from Cunha and Strand Larsen, but Apart from that, everyone got more than 2 points in my midfield and attack, so it's probably the right decision benching MBEUMO for Game Week 14. But yeah, that's that, and moving on to the next week. Now looking at my team for Game Week 15, which is a Saturday morning deadline. So yeah, change your teams before then. But I've actually made a change already, and you can see that Trent has joined the team in place of Robinson, the Fulham left back. He did get an assist, as I said previously in this video, but his fixtures coming up are pretty poor for Fulham. So I believe they have Arsenal at home in the next one, and then a couple difficult fixtures coming up. So I think it was the right time to move off him and then bring in Trent, who he did come off the bench against Newcastle away, but he got 2 assists. And if you're watching that game, it was so lively from a right back. And considering he's a defender in FPL, it's just no-brainer really for me. There is the decision whether you go Van Dijk or Trent, but for me, there's just more attacking potential with Trent, so I've gone with Trent for now. And yeah, obviously he got that 8-pointer against City as well with the 2 bonus, so he is good for bonus points, just purely because he's just whipping the balls in, making tackles, and yeah, just being an all-round great FPL asset. So yeah, I've transferred him in for this week, and you can see that the fixture run coming up is brilliant as well. So yeah, it's a pretty easy decision for me. So he's in, and I may make another transfer. It might mean that MBEUMO leaves the team, just purely because I'm not sure if Rodgers starts at Southampton at home, because Emery did say that he wants to give Buendia a few minutes, which would mean that Rodgers gets a rest, because I think he started every single Premier League fixture so far for Villa. So yeah, he might be dropped to the bench if I do sell MBEUMO, but for now he's in the team, and I think MBEUMO's going to go down on Friday evening as well, so it might affect my selling price for him, because I bought him for 7.1. So if he goes down 0.1, he will go down 0.1 for me as well, if that makes sense. So yeah, I might move off MBEUMO before the Friday evening, but yeah, it's a difficult one really, because I can just play Rodgers and just hold off for another week with MBEUMO, but yeah, there are replacements that I would like Semenyo, Gordon, Mitoma, those sort of players that play 90 minutes nearly enough every week and play for decent attacking teams as well. It would mean that I'd obviously move off a penalty taker for Brentford, but he's had 1 shot in the last 5 games, so I'm not that fussed really, and I think it is time to say goodbye to him. So yeah, obviously one of those will come in on Friday evening. I haven't decided yet which one will, but yeah, probably one of those 3 that I've mentioned, or Clivert from Bournemouth, but he is on 4 yellows at the moment, and yeah, his minutes aren't great. He actually came off in the 63rd minute, I believe, in his fixture against Tottenham last night. I'm recording this on Friday, so yeah, that's probably the transfer plans. But the team itself, if Gabriel's fit, obviously I've got double Arsenal defence in Raya and him, and then yeah, Arteta doesn't reveal much, but apparently Gabriel might train today, and they're going to make a decision over the weekend whether he features against Fulham. But yeah, for now he's in there, and I can't see him being in the team and on the bench and then coming on. So he's either playing or he's not playing. So that will mean that Aït-Nouri will come on for me if Gabriel was injured, which isn't the worst player to have in the world. It is frustrating that he's got 2 back-to-back 0-pointers, but yeah, I mean, you don't use him for the defensive capabilities. You want that attacking returns from him, which haven't come in the previous 3 weeks, but yeah, hopefully they do come in the next 3 fixtures that are favourable for Wolves. Obviously my 3rd defender is Concert, Southampton at home. This is a plum fixture, and I'm not going to bench him against them. I may look to move on from him after that fixture, just because Aston Villa are frustrating defensively. They do keep clean sheets, but very, very rarely. So yeah, I may move away from him in the future, but he's in the team for this week. Parma, a possible captaincy shout for this week. Obviously Spurs will be out without Davies, Romero. Well, Romero's touch and go, but definitely without Van der Ven as well. So you're probably looking at a centre-back pairing of Dragusin and Archie Gray, which isn't strong in the slightest. So if you want to go there, obviously Cole Palmer is a great captaincy shout for this week, but not for me. I just think there's two other options that are better, in Salah and Saka, who obviously make up the rest of the team. Salah, I don't want to avoid the massive hauls he's getting anymore, and there are shouts for him to be the permanent captain in your FPL teams, just to avoid any any rank loss. But yeah, he's obviously going to be the captaincy choice for this week, and I don't see me moving the armband off him. Obviously Saka's there as well. Fulham away, Fulham are good defensively, but yeah, they have been leaky in certain games, so I can see Saka getting another haul here, maybe a goal and assist, which is why he's got the vice captain. But yeah, I'm obviously decided on Salah for the captaincy choice. Obviously Rodgers, I've mentioned him previously, but he, again, another plum fixture at Southampton at home, but I do think that Emery might give him a rest against Southampton, just purely because he's started every single Premier League game so far this season, and obviously they've got a tough Champions League fixture midweek next week. So yeah, I can see him being benched, which is why I might make the move off of MBEUMO, who's on my bench currently. But yeah, moving on to the front three, which is Cunha, João Pedro and Strand Larsen. Obviously Cunha I'm being patient with. I brought him in and he hasn't done anything yet in the past 2 weeks. So yeah, I'll look at those three fixtures coming up. I'm not going to sell him now. So hopefully he turns it on. Same with Strand Larsen. He did get a brace last week, so I can't really complain much about that. But yeah, hopefully he turns it on as well with the Wolves doubled up, which just I need to remove off of in the near future. But yeah, for now, I think they'll stay for those three fixtures. And then obviously João Pedro, Leicester away. They were awful defensively against West Ham midweek, which they actually won. They're the game 3-1, but yeah, I can just see them shipping goals to any opponent that they have. So hopefully João Pedro is amongst those goals, and he did look decent against Fulham. He got 78 minutes, I believe, and he was playing up top because Welbeck was absent. So yeah, he's just great at the moment, and he's a great budget player if you don't have him already. But yeah, that's the team really. Obviously Hall's last on my bench. I've discussed the other two playing outfield players, but Hall's last on my bench. And if I did have a playing goalkeeper, maybe the bench boost would be an option this week, but yeah, not for me. And obviously Brentford away isn't a bad fixture, but I just see Brentford scoring a couple of goals there and Newcastle conceding, obviously. So yeah, he's last for now, but obviously if there are any injuries then he might come on. But yeah, that's the team for this week, and hopefully I'll get another green arrow. I did get a green arrow, but it's very, very small. It was like 10k, so yeah, obviously hoping for another green arrow and another lot of points. But yeah, good luck with your teams, and I'll see you next week. Thank you for watching this episode. If you could please like, subscribe and comment on what I should do next, that would be great. See you in the next one.